This is Building a Better Marketing System, Creating Your Brand. I'm Bruce May, the founder of Bizperity and your instructor for this series. This course, Brand Marketing Basics, includes two micro courses, Creating Your Brand and Customer Personas. This micro course, Creating Your Brand, includes three micro lessons shown on the right: how to create your brand, brand values, and key brand elements. An example. This video covers our micro lesson, Brand Values. Be sure and download our ebook, Creating Your Brand from Vision to Brand Promise, in our content library on bizperity.com. Brand values help you better define your brand. When you define values for your brand, you're telling your customers what your brand represents to them. If you have defined your brand in terms of the ideal customer experience, these values should become obvious to you. Telling your customers what your brand values are helps clarify what they should expect from your business. Brand values can be both personal and impersonal. Personal brand values represent values that people commonly possess. Personal values connect to common human emotions. Choosing personal values for your brand make it more accessible because it becomes more human. Here are some examples: competent and successful. Good characteristics if you're an attorney or a financial agent. Serious and determined. Good characteristics if you're an attorney or a doctor. Helpful and friendly. Good characteristics if you are a doctor, a dentist, or a hairstylist. Thoughtful and caring. Good characteristics if you're a nurse, a psychologist, or a daycare teacher. Family focused. Good characteristics if you're a community director or a teacher. Simple and task oriented. Good characteristics if you're a coach or a project manager. Loving and joyful. Good characteristics if you're a psychologist, a pastor, or a nonprofit director. Intelligent and knowledgeable. Good characteristics if you're an engineer or a business consultant. These are all characteristics that can be applied to people or businesses. When you define key values or characteristics for your business, you create brand values that tell your customers how you will deliver on your brand promise. Your brand values should reflect the character of your business. They tell your customers what is important about how you do business. They give your business a real identity, one that is meaningful to your customers. It should be the reason they're doing business with you. Personal characteristics can be more powerful than impersonal characteristics. They give your business a personal identity. They help customers establish a personal relationship with your employees. And they create an emotional connection, the most powerful connection in marketing. Compare our personal characteristics to this list of impersonal characteristics on the right. We don't say you should never use impersonal characteristics. Sometimes they make sense, so pick the ones that work best for you. This distinction is really very subjective. So there's not really any way to say absolutely that a characteristic is either personal or impersonal, but you can intuitively tell the difference. Ask yourself, does this characteristic have an emotional connection to you? If so, then it's probably a personal characteristic. Combine them to build a stronger brand that can establish an emotional connection with your customers. You can take personal characteristics and turn them into values. These are characteristics that reflect in some way your brand promise and your value proposition. Pick 3 or 4 for your brand values. More than 4 is confusing to your customers, and less than 3 limits your ability to describe your brand. Each value should support the customer experience that you create for your customers. Test them out. Do they support your unique value proposition? Do they reflect how your business operates? Do they express the customer experience? For example, if you own a software service company, your value proposition might be providing a simple solution that is easy to learn and easy to implement. Because software solutions are typically hard to learn and difficult to implement, this is a strong value proposition. To deliver this service, you need excellent software engineers to create it, insightful consultative sales to help customers grasp the value, and a simple user interface that's easy to navigate. If you think about the kinds of values that come to mind when you look at these key features, you can easily imagine these are similar values. Your excellent engineering team is intelligent. Your consultative sales team is knowledgeable. And your simple user interface is intuitive, making it easy to use. You could pick just one, but two or three work just as well, and it gives you more to play with when creating ads. And you can create an avatar or a company spokesperson who is intelligent, knowledgeable, and intuitive. Brainstorm possible brand values. Ask yourself, do they point to something special about the customer experience? If so, you probably have a good brand value. Test them out in your campaigns. Create messaging based on two brand values and see which campaign performs the best. Continue this brainstorming and testing until you're satisfied with the brand values that you've created. Then continue using them when you create ads and promotions. Build brand values into your marketing campaigns to drive conversions, close more deals, and make more money. That completes this micro lesson, Brand Values. Be sure and download our ebook, Creating Your Brand from Vision to Brand Promise, in our content library on bizperity.com. Next time, we'll cover defining key elements of your brand. See you next time on Building a Better Marketing System. Thank you for joining us.